And welcome to summer vlog number 6. This is where we left off last time, and I am back to filming with the official video camera because the phone was making all kind of noises, so I had to change that. Sorry about that, but I was not going to redo that. So I placed the turntable, I'm going to place the CD transport, the lumen. Well, everything is going to be getting installed today. Okay, I had to show you this because I am happy, and people can be happy for very strange reasons. Anyone who is not in this hobby will never understand what I'm going to show you that I'm happy about. But I am still busy putting everything back into the rack and doing all the cable management. And then I ran into this. So over here we have this wonderful cable. This is from Synergistic Research. Very nice sounding cable, but it is very sturdy. There is no flex in this cable at all. So it runs from the DA converter to the preamp, and normally if you put it in, it would hang down and then go to the preamplifier, putting stress on the connectors on both sides. But now look at this. Let me zoom in over there with just one pack, and that is the thing that I'm so happy about, because this is why this whole project was done. With just one pack I can create a incredibly beautiful clean line going from there to there, not putting any stress onto the connectors. And if we look from over here, as you can see, the cable just runs like it is in its natural state, so there is no stress on the cable also. And that is one of those little things that can make me so happy that I had to share it. So now let's see if I can get this all in. But after the initial happiness, something else happened that made me very sad. So what happened? Well, I was busy connecting everything back into the system, and of course I was curious to get some first sounds out of the speakers. So I connected the Lumen A1 as the source, plus the preamp and the power amp. Now it was late at night, so before going to bed I just wanted to listen to some music in the new setup, and it sounded horrible. There was a strange distortion to the sound that was never there before, and I could not really understand where this was coming from. Now the only change to the system, of course, was the newly repaired PS Audio. So had that repair gone wrong? This was a bummer because I was so happy to get the PS Audio back into the system. So at the end of a hot and sweaty day I did not get satisfaction but disappointment. A big disappointment. Now I know myself, so instead of stressing out and trying to fix this late at night, I decided to go to bed and see what the next day will bring. So when I got up the next day, I was still puzzled by the distortion that I heard the night before, because I could not understand how a broken PS Audio would lead to that kind of distortion. And then I realized it sounded more like a broken tube. And there was a little accident during the project where one of the 300B tubes got dinged by a loose cable. So could it be that my expensive 300B tube got damaged in the process? Well, only one way to find out. Luckily, a month ago I bought some reserve 300B tubes, so I put those into the system, turned on the system, and no success. The distortion was still there. So next up I got the newly repaired PS Audio out of the system, put in back the DECT power bar to see if the problem was indeed with the newly repaired regenerator. But again, no success, still the same distortion. So maybe it is not the PS Audio. So now I had to find out what is going on. So I took the Wiim streamer that I just bought from downstairs and connected it directly to the Audion power amp, just to check if there was anything wrong with the power amp. And there, the distortion was gone. So now I knew that the problem was not in the loudspeakers and not in the power amp. So during the weekend I had this system playing because, well, you know about all the things that I just told you, I had this little system playing. I did not have a real listening session to find out what the Wiim is all about. Besides, the Wiim at $250 would probably not be paired at a set of $12,000 speakers, but it gave me music for the weekend. So during the weekend, while we were just reading, doing other things, just being here, I found out that the Wiim is very nice. The sound is very nice, and it is a very comforting sound that it gives you. Now, I did a few moments about a little bit more serious listening, then you start to notice. So if you are really in the hotspot and looking for soundstage depth, things like that, then you'll notice the difference with something like the Lumen A1. But just for everyday use and background music, this is a very, very nice sounding piece of equipment. So what is my next step? Well, I'm going to get the preamp out of the system, put it right over here, open it up so I can easily reach and try out different tubes. The Wiim is going there, and it's all going to be connected to the Audion power amp, and hopefully when I found out which tube is the culprit, I can change it. I have enough tubes over here in the house, and after that get the PS Audio back into the system, and then this project is done. What was this project all about? About this board that you see over here with all the holes in it, and having all these kind of bags that you can place everywhere that you need in order to do some very nice cable management. If you look under here, those power cables, they are very heavy, sturdy. They won't really listen to what you want, but now with just a few of those packs I can guide them just where I want them, and it is one of the things that has been bugging me for the last maybe 10-15 years. So this is the perfect solution for cable management, if you ask me. Now, am I completely satisfied? Well, at the moment I am not sure if having painted it white was the best solution. Maybe that should be a darker color, but that's just optics, the way it works. For me, I am extremely happy with this system. So I made from 1 meter sticks, I just make these things myself, and every time I need more I'll just pick up another 1 meter stick and create those. Yeah, I really love the way that I can now guide my cables. So that is all for this summer vlog. It is cloudy outside in Rotterdam. The temperature is a lot lower than it was last week. We had a little bit of a heat wave. This time it's much better. So I hope you're doing fine, and I will see you in the next one.